It's your girl Leah.
And it's your boy Dave.
And we're back with another video.
So what's the topic today?
Today we're going to be talking about karma and whether or not it's real. So without further ado, let's start.
Karmic energy is definitely real. Just because something not happening to you now doesn't mean it's never going to happen. Karmic energy doesn't move on a certain time frame. Let's be real, time isn't real anyways. So just because somebody did you wrong don't mean you have to go for payback. That's not a good way to think about life, and not a good way to go about life. Learn how to forgive. You don't have to forget about the situation or what somebody did you, but forgiving is the way to stay in a present moment and not be stuck on past emotions. You don't want to live your life in the past, because every time you see that person, you don't want to have them negative thoughts towards that person, because them negative thoughts, that's what you're going to attract into your life. For example, when a person cheats on the person that cheated on them, just because that person cheated on you don't give you the right to go cheat on them. You can leave that person alone and move on with your life. Cheating on them, they wonder why things bad happen to them in their life. So really, do you have the last laugh at the end of the day? I don't think so. So that's the first step of freeing yourself from karmic energy and freeing yourself mentally and emotionally.
So, like David said, you don't want to do to others what they did to you. You just kind of want to move on with your life. I feel like karma is real, but I often question, will that person get the karma back as many times as they done wrong, or will they receive it, just one big thing happen to them? I am coming to the conclusion that maybe it's not something that's going to happen to them constantly, or maybe it is. It just depends on the level of wrong that you do or that person did, and whether or not they will receive it. Because some people like to say, oh, well, they hurt multiple people and they didn't receive. So I do agree with David on the fact that you don't want to do to people what they did to you, because that'll also result in a karmic energy coming towards your way as well. So you just really want to move on and let it go. Let it go, but don't forget it. Take the lesson, but move on with your life. Do better for you, and good will still come to you. Not focus on what that person or person did to you, not trying to play get back. It's not about get back. When you're a person that focuses on get back and revenge, you're vibrating at a low frequency. You are acting like a low vibrational person. It takes a very strong, humble, high vibrational person to make the decision to not do somebody wrong, even though that person did wrong to them. It takes a higher level of thinking and of being to be able to realize that you're better than that and that you're better than them, and make the decision to move on with your life and be better, rather than getting revenge on somebody for doing you wrong. Because at the end of the day, you will win in the end, because happiness is the sweetest revenge. I also used to ask people, like, do you think that someone will receive karma for as many times as they've done something, or will they receive karma just in like one big kind of thing? And I still don't really have an answer to that question. I think you just receive whatever karma is meant for you to receive. I just feel like you receive the amount of karma that's meant for you. I don't know whether that'll be multiple things that happen to you, or whether that'll be just one thing. But at the end of the day, you will reap what you sow.
That quote ain't just come from nowhere. That quote is what it is. You reap what you sow. And what you think about daily is what you attract. So if you're thinking about harming that person, or you're thinking about cheating on that person, you're going to bring that harm onto yourself. Does it have to happen now? Does it have to happen the next day? Does it have to happen the next week?
It doesn't have no certain time frame. Karma just comes when karma is meant to come for you, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
But then I'm like, what if that person doesn't believe in karma? You might ask. And it's like, I would tell a person that even if you don't believe in something, that doesn't make it any less real. No, I don't want you to take that quote or what I'm saying out of context. I'm meaning what I say it means for this. As far as karma goes, just because you don't believe in karma does not mean you will not receive karma. You may not receive it in the 3D dimensional realm, but trust and believe eventually, whether it's in your next life or your spiritual journey, in your spiritual life, you will receive that karma that you're owed.
Now let's be real. When you do something back that somebody did to you, sit back and think about how you feel. Does it really make you feel better? Do it feel like it had a purpose? And when you start to sit back and think about it, it was pointless. You don't feel no better than how you thought you was gonna feel. You thinking cheating on somebody gonna make you feel better. It's not. It's just gonna be pointless. It just defeats the purpose. You grow in life once you learn how to forgive and keep it pushing. That goal, you see that anytime when somebody killed a loved one, they go kill that person. They don't feel any better. It's not gonna bring that person back. It's not. So move on, continue receiving your blessings and continue receiving your manifestations. You don't want to block your blessings by having negative energy towards anything. To piggyback on what she said, I don't feel like karma happens as many times as you did wrong. I feel like it's just more of the effect of whatever bad happens in your life. Because one situation can last a whole month of mental stress, depression, sadness, and it could just be one from one situation, or it could be from multiple small things that all accumulate to one big emotion. That's what I really feel like. I don't feel like it has to happen each day as many times as you did wrong. I just think it's just more of the mental state or the emotional state that you suffer.
Yeah.
So, you know, honestly, don't try to do anybody wrong because it just doesn't make any sense. You don't want to put that mental stress on yourself and have to worry about the consequences later. And trust me, the consequences is something that you don't want to suffer from. So it's better just to continue your blessings and to move on and let go. Let go of them emotions and start receiving positive emotions. We have to learn how to stay in the present moment. Point blank simple. You'll learn how happy you can become once you stay in the present moment, bro. Life's so beautiful. Life is amazing. You don't want to throw that away just because somebody did you wrong. And don't hate that person for it neither, because hate is still a negative emotion. Just don't forget, you can always just fall back off someone and not have any negative emotion towards somebody. A lot of people,
Negative feelings.
yeah, negative feelings.
Like it is what it is. Like
It
you
is
did
what it
what you
is.
did, but
Right. I'm
like
not gonna hate you for it, but I just know that I can't.
That situation has no negative ties to me anymore. It's like I know what you did, I accept what you did, but I'm not about to come and try to get mine. I'm not about to try to hate you. I'm not about to do none of that because what's that gonna do for me?
Right.
And for my people that feel like, oh, I will feel better, or I did do something to them and I do feel better. Do you really? Cut out all the noise, all everybody else's opinion. Sit with yourself. Really sit with yourself, not your superficial self, but yourself, and analyze and ask yourself, do you really feel better? Did that really help you? Honestly. Or is it just something that you did?
Exactly. And feeling better, if you got a little bit of guilt in the back, you're not feeling better because you shouldn't have no guilt at all. You shouldn't have no second thoughts. If you got second thoughts, that mean that wasn't the right choice. If you gotta second guess yourself, that mean it wasn't the right choice. Follow your heart. If you have any type of guilt, don't go with it. You gotta follow your heart, and that's how I go about life. If something telling me, if I have, no matter how big of it is, if I have a little ounce of regret if I do this, I'm not gonna do it because that means that feeling is there for a reason. So follow your heart, bro, because
Do you? Don't worry about them. They did what they did. Now it's time for you to come into your blessings and come into yourself, find yourself, and live a better life for yourself. Like I said, people hate to see you happy and they struggling. They hate to see it. It's just a fact. So the best thing that you can possibly do for yourself, the best type of revenge that you can get for yourself is to be happy. And I don't mean superficially happy. I mean truly happy. And not try to intentionally stunt on that person, but honestly become so unbothered and so unworried about that person. They're not on your mind. You not what they think. They not what you think about. You're in your own world doing your own thing, becoming your best self, to where they're so bothered by your happiness because you are so unbothered by their whole presence. You didn't need to get no revenge. You didn't need to do anything bad to them. The bad came to them because of what they did automatically.
Exactly.
And eventually.
Exactly.
So my best thing to say to anybody that's going through anything or that has any people in their lives that did them wrong, stun on them in the best way that you possibly can, unintentionally, and do you.
The moral of the story is karma is real. Just learn to forgive, let go, continue receiving your blessings and your manifestations and bettering yourself. And stay in the present moment.
Well, it was great. I know today's video was kind of quick, guys, but we just wanted to come over here and kind of chat with you guys real quick. And we'll see you guys next week for another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.